So Francesco, can you share with us some of the work you've been doing with Querlo and the Duomo?
Yes, let me share with you my screen. Can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, so what you see here is a deterministic chatbot from the back end for the Cathedral of Florence. Here is a middleware that will actually decide if you are a returning user or not. If you are a first-time visitor, we'll send you this route with an explanation, a video, and it will even ask you what's your name, all right? If you're returning instead here, we'll jump through those initial stage and we'll ask you what interests you the most. In this very simple but effective chatbot, we built 4 options: the access during COVID crisis, where Monsignor Verdon will share what the cathedral has been doing for this access, or the organization information, where we selected 5 videos that share what the cathedral, the Opera of Santa Maria del Fiore or the Museum of the Cathedral of Florence does, in a link to their website. There is another section that brings into a chatbot dedicated to the support and partnership, because we are raising funds for the restoration of the mosaics in the baptistery of Florence. And then here, the access to the conversation with Michelangelo is another chatbot itself. And then obviously a section about mental health and how we are using arts, culture, and spirituality to help people that suffer of mental health. If I click here, I go to this element, I open up a new chatbot that is the chatbot governed by the natural language understanding that allows us to conversate with Michelangelo. And I will show you the conversation. Let me show you the extensiveness of this chatbot. This chatbot initially was about 30, 40 intents, and it grew to over 250 intents. Each one of those little bubbles here in green is an intent. And eventually, each one of them will be transformed into a sub-chatbot itself. We're in the process of doing that. So all those answers were gathered, were built, designed based on the 5,500 questions that we received from thousands of people that interacted with the artificial intelligence of Michelangelo, all right? So let's now look at what this artificial intelligence of Michelangelo looks like, all right? So you have a chatbot in which, in the background, you see the image of a portrait of Michelangelo in the Pietà, that is the main piece of art of Michelangelo in the Cathedral of Florence. As you can see here, it recognizes me. Welcome back, Francesco. Happy to see you again. If I say hi, it means I confirm that that's me, and which it is. Then what would you like to ask? Like, what inspires you? Okay. And this question will go straight into our system, communicate with IBM Watson, and Michelangelo will talk to us about his inspiration, as he was inspired by ancient Greek and Roman literature and his personal experience in life. The explanation will extend further, and then Michelangelo will ask me, do you wish to know more about artwork that inspire me? Let's say I can say yes, and that will take me into a conversation that gets deeper into that space, all right?
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah, so all those conversations, like another question, do you think of an inspiring city? Yes, I think so. And, you know, this will change the picture in the background. It will show you the roofs of Florence. And then a very, very, very important will ask me, did you find what you were looking for? If I say yes, we're all on the same page. Confirmation of what I got is what I was looking for. But if I say not really, and in this case, I'll do it just for the sake of showing you, it will give me an opportunity to contribute with a commentary. The information was partially inaccurate, was totally inaccurate, or I didn't find what I was searching for. So let's say it was partially inaccurate for the sake of this example, will also allow me to show what I was thinking, all right? So what I think its specifics are improved. So I can say, for example, I wanted more images of inspiration instead just word, and this message will be delivered directly to our team in Florence, who will decide in the next few days if they want to actually improve that experience. Okay, so this is one approach. The other approach is actually support and ask a question. So if you click on support, you can actually learn more how you can support our organization, or if you want to ask another question, you just click here and then you start the process again. And what interests you the most, and you know, you can start here. You can do a donation, restoration of the baptistry, or corporate sponsorship and partnership. So for example, I'm interested to learn more about the restoration of the baptistry, and here will tell me how this works. All right, so this is an example of how we utilize artificial intelligence to communicate with Michelangelo, but also help our organization, in this case, to raise funds for the restoration of the mosaics of the baptistry, in which you see the image in the background. Okay.
Very, very fascinating. Very, very beautiful. Now, can anyone go to your website and have a chat with Michelangelo?
Yes. What you do, you just go to querlo.com/Michelangelo, and as I'm showing here, and you will have this introduction page in which will inform you that the Michelangelo AI is in beta. So it's a closed beta, so we're not yet the public, but obviously if you're watching this video, you're invited to interact and provide your questions and knowledge. And the Michelangelo AI will learn and adapt to the questions, and then to be respectful. So look at this work of passion and love. And when you your lunch now, you will launch the chatbot and you can interact directly. You can do the same at querlo.com/chat/Michelangelo. There are two different links, and you can interact with Michelangelo. That's all.